Welcome to My Life and Coasters, where in today's video I'm going to be talking about everything that's new for 24 at the Alton Towers Resort. Now there's a lot to talk about in this video as all sorts is going on, but I'm going to start off with the most obvious thing, and that is what's displayed behind me, Nemesis. Now recently we heard that Nemesis is being testing and as well as that it's got a new name now. It's Nemesis Reborn. It's still taking quite a lot of getting used to calling it Nemesis Reborn, but that is its new name. I imagine all the signage, everything will be changed to that. And now there's not too many more updates other than the fact that it is testing, but I'll talk about some of the stuff that Alton Towers have published. Just a quick disclaimer, all of the footage that I use in today's video is either from the Alton Towers website or on their social media pages. So yeah, as you can see, a few weeks ago now, I want to say about 2 weeks, the Alton Towers Resort published this video of Nemesis testing. We can see it is looking quite slow going around the track, especially through that vertical loop and in the first corkscrew. But I have seen from a few videos that it's looking a lot quicker around the layout now, back to how it was, or nearly faster than what it was before. So that's really good. But yeah, so we're going to sort of ignore the fact that it is running quite slow. I do think the trains look awesome for this. Like the red and black design, it is giving me Nemesis Inferno vibes, but because the red's sort of bright enough, they aren't like a direct copy of Nemesis Inferno. I do quite like all the veins and stuff. I think it really works well with trains running around the track. You can see as it goes into that first corkscrew, as you can see from this picture, it's always going to be iconic in that element, and I think it just looks as iconic as ever, even with the new red vein design. Then it goes into that helix. It looks awesome throughout that. That still looks really quick even in this footage. I know it's running a lot quicker than that now. You've got the 0G roll with that new profiling. It's not quite the same shape as it used to be. Then the vertical loop. Yeah, it's just looking awesome, Nemesis is. Nemesis, Nemi, I don't know. Yeah, that's Nemesis testing. We've got the name. There's still no confirmed opening date for this ride yet. I reckon it's going to be around early April. At first I did think it might be March, but I don't know, I'm getting a bit more hesitant now because I think the park would have revealed that. I would say if it's going to open at the start of March, or March 16th, I think we'll find out in the next couple of days about that one. At the latest, I'm going to say sort of like maybe a week from now. Yeah, that is Nemesis. There's not too much going on, as I said there. There won't be too many more updates. There'll probably be one more video on when the opening day is announced, and that'll probably be it. But moving on from that then, we're going on to some events, kind of. Yeah, the first one is Alton After Dark. Now, this is something extremely exciting, probably one of the most exciting things this season, other than that coming back. Yeah, now this is going to be an event for 3 nights it's currently scheduled for. That will be Saturday the 16th of March, Saturday the 23rd of March, and Saturday the 30th of March. Where the park will be open from 10 AM through until 8 PM. Now this is great. I mean, it's 10 hours of rides. Alton Towers, there's no fireworks to close any of them. You're going to get quite a few hours of dark rides. I imagine maybe like 2 hours of dark rides there, because you've also got to think that Alton Towers, 8 o'clock isn't when the rides will close, it's when the queue lines will close. So that's absolutely awesome. It means we're going to be able to get some night rides on Wicker Man 13, hopefully Nemesis. But yeah, that is Alton After Dark, taking place across 3 Saturdays in March. I do think that there'll be more dates added for that, possibly every Saturday in the summer holidays, or maybe like every Saturday and Wednesday in the summer holidays is the sort of thing I reckon with that. There is going to be some other events. They have cancelled a few. Those are Mardi Gras, Festival of Thrills, and I think that's it, and the Summer of Fun, which is another iffy one of if it was an event. Now, yeah, I do really like the idea of them cancelling the other events, because the thing with Alton Towers, it was like there always seemed to be an event on, and it's almost like, if there's so many events, is it really an event? Because there's always an event on, if that makes any sense. I like the fact now that when an event is on, it's more of a special thing, and it's not just like you can expect. If you're going to Alton Towers, there's probably going to be an event on. So yeah, that's really good. So the events then, they don't start until early September, I believe, and that is with Oktoberfest. Now this has been going to the park for ages. I've got a vlog from it last year. It's a bit like a sort of a family beer festival at the park. They've got loads of benches, German food and all sorts, a bit of entertainment, which is great. Yeah, I wouldn't call this like one of the Alton Towers' big events, but I do think it's quite a nice sort of event for September. You do sometimes see 7 o'clock closes with that event, but I don't really think we'll be seeing those. I think we'll be seeing 8 o'clock closes for Oktoberfest this year. Now, moving on from that, the staple event at Alton Towers is Scarefest. Now, from what I've heard, I've never been to this event. I've heard it's not been doing so well in the last couple of years with all the scare mazes, and their their scare maze offering last year, didn't look too good. So I'm hoping there'll be some new stuff. I'll definitely try and get to Scarefest this year. It's also on for a longer sort of time. I think it's the longest Scarefest ever been on. I believe it's running from the 11th of October through until the 3rd, as you can see from the information on the screen now. Now, yeah, I don't know what there's going to be for this event. I mean, it's February, so I'm not going to go into Scarefest too much. You can already get tickets for this, which is quite surprising. It's February. But yeah, then moving on to the last event we know about for now, and that is fireworks. Now, fireworks is my favourite theme park event. Alton Towers. I did it in 2022. I unfortunately didn't do it in 2023, but yeah, this is always an awesome event, so I can't wait to see what show they put on for this year. It's running through the 8th, 9th and 10th of November. I imagine it'll be at 7 o'clock, the same time it always has been. You can get tickets now, but I was having a look and stuff. Hotels for this event are already very expensive. With local hotels like Travelodges are already going for about £150, so if you're looking at doing that, I'd book your tickets in advance because they will sell out. Yeah, that is it for events at Alton Towers. I'm now going to move into some of the other stuff happening in 2024. So what I'm going to be talking about now then is all of the VIP experiences Alton Towers have said they're doing in 2024. Now, all of this information was released about a week ago on February 1st when they gave away I think it's a new TV advert actually. Just talking about all the new stuff coming to the resort. There's some VIP experiences, I believe, like fast track food, that sort of thing, that Legoland Windsor and other parks have been doing, especially Palmer's Park. I think Chessington, I'm not too sure, for a few years now. But yeah, Alton Towers have got them. I do think they'll be probably quite expensive, but yeah, if you've got the money to spend and you want a sort of VIP experience day at Alton Towers, you can do those. Another thing they're doing is in the hotel, it's character breakfast, so you can have breakfast with one of those their characters. I'm not too sure what the characters are. I imagine it'll be stuff like Alton Bear and maybe Sir Algernon. I'm not too sure. Some of those sort of characters for breakfasts. Then the more exciting thing for theme park enthusiasts will be track walks. Now, I was quite excited to see these at first. Then I looked at what the track walks actually are, and as much as it is brilliant that they're doing track walks, they are quite expensive. So you can do Oblivion, and that is £80 to walk up the lift hill of Oblivion. Now, I think this is very expensive, considering it's not like massively tall, but then nothing Alton Towers is. And the ride, you do get the same sort of experience, I'd say, on the ride. It's quite a short lift hill. I suppose it's quite steep, and then you can walk around all the way to the drop, and that is it. And that is £80 to do that. You do get a few extras with both of the track walks, and they are one ride fast track for the ride that you're climbing, express parking, but then a lot of that isn't really necessary considering these are only taking place on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So really, you're not going to need any of those because the park should be relatively quiet. The other one you can do is the Wicker Man. Now, I first saw Wicker Man track walk and I got very excited because I thought you could walk around the full Wicker Man. I'd love to see them do that in the future, but I think it would be very expensive. Now, thankfully, Wicker Man is only £65 to climb the 72.2 foot tall lift hill. Very Pacific there. Yeah, now you don't need to have a harness or anything for this one. You can just walk straight up the lift hill. Yeah, so I'm not too keen on this one because there's not much you're going to see different than if you was on the ride, if that makes any sense. Because Wicker Man, it's not got like a massively quick lift hill. You can take in a lot of the views, and it's £65 just to go up the lift hill. And now each experience will last 60 minutes. But it's worth noting there's no annual pass discount on top of this. So, like, even if you're a Merlin annual pass holder, it's £80 or £65. That is what you have to pay for it. So yeah, that is the new experiences at Alton Towers. So the other thing is shows and entertainment. Now, the Alton Towers Resort, it doesn't really have much in that sort of, in terms of that. I mean, I'd love to see the Alton Towers Resort have like a parade, like a Disney style parade, like every day, like they did with Mardi Gras, but it's out on a bigger scale. I mean, they've got some Tower Street entertainment that can be quite good. Although I can't really talk too much about the event entertainment because I've not visited at something like Scarefest. But yeah, from what I've seen at the resort, there's never really too much going on. I'd love to see more entertainment, and what we can see, that I think there's going to be like a new parade, a lot more character meet and greets around the park, which is great to see. Now, the final sort of thing I'm going to be talking about in this video, and it's quite a big one, it's all the updates around the park. Now, in my opinion, in the last year I've been visiting Alton Towers, a lot of it has looked like it needed a bit of sort of work done, just sort of some TLC, make it look a bit fresher, and it looks like they are doing that. I mean, Hex, what didn't really open last year, neither did Skyride, that just didn't open full stop. I do believe they're both opening in 2024. So yeah, that is good to see, because the Skyride, yeah, that is quite needed at Alton Towers in my opinion, because it's a massive park to walk around. And also Hex, I've never done it, but it seems a lot of people like it. So yeah, and it's also got a good throughput, so that'll add capacity to the park. Yeah, and that is it really for the Alton Towers Resort. Now, this isn't it in these new 424 videos. It's a new series I'm starting out. And now I've currently got 3 episodes planned. I'll show you what they are now. The first one is the Thorpe Park Resort. That'll be the next one of these. A lot of stuff to talk about in that one. Then as well as that, I've got one for the Legoland Windsor Resort planned. So yes, quite a few of these videos I've got planned. And then if they do well, there'll definitely be more of these. Talking about different parks and sort of multiple parks as well, because I know Southend have announced some more about their new drop tower. So there'll be a video on that soon. Yeah, and I'm really starting to film a lot more content now that there's more stuff to do in the winter. Like this weekend, a lot more parks are opening. And there's a lot more to do. Get out there, film some vlogs. That's what I'm going to be doing in the coming weeks. So anyway, that's all I've got to say in this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.